So first of all, I'm I think the youngest member of xXETEXx family, right? I'm the youngest. Josie, you know the answer. Am I youngest? And I'm a guy, but something I really love this collective about, the ratio is like this. It's always more women than men. And I think that's pretty okay for a collective that's involved in making electronic music. And this is what we also promote, and that's that the women are a big part of the scene and should be and are like treated as equal and more powerful than men. So cheers for the women in a scene and in a xXETEXx collective. So xXETEXx is a collective that's involved in many things, and party organization and promotion of the sounds they love and the people they love and people they're involved and consider cool. So let's start as normal with the beginning. Oh, maybe we should introduce ourselves. Okay, I'm, as I said, Val, the youngest member, and next to me is...
So I'm Lilian, Lilian Stark, maybe you have seen somewhere. So, and I'm one of the oldest members, I guess. Yeah, and so we're doing stuff together in Berlin and here and elsewhere. And yeah.
Are you a DJ producer?
I'm like a DJ who's also doing like normal worldly things, and also I participate here.
And Lilian is a technic freak, and he knows almost everything. And yeah, he's yeah, my oldest friend, I would say, and I consider him my best family. Yeah, I would say that, yeah, ZETEX.
No, introduce
I'm the
yourself.
oldest member, not the oldest, but also the youngest. No. I'm Josie, and yeah, I'm from Berlin. My hobbies are parties. No, I'm bringing nice people together, and this is what we do. Now to our almost news member.
The youngest and the new. Yeah. Me, I'm Tilda. I'm producing techno and DJ, and I joined the lovely crew ZETEX.
Like this?
Hello? Yeah. And I joined the lovely crew ZETEX 3 years ago, and I'm super happy to be part of it because they're very passionate. Everyone has a special role, and I'm super happy to be part of it. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, me, I'm Nina, aka Nina, and I'm part of ZETEX since already a few years now, I guess 5-6 years. And I'm producing music, techno, psytech, minimal, and I'm also DJing. And I'm collaborating with ZETEX as also more media. I'm taking care of the SoundCloud, the YouTube, and this is mainly my job when there is no parties, taking care of these channels. So, yes.
Sorry I'm late, I couldn't find where to park my car. Where are we? What are we doing? Introduce myself. Hi, my name is Marco. I'm 38 years old, male, defined as a male, he. I am part of xXETEXx since 5 years, 2019 I think. And I am a part of MoDem Festival together with Valva Sharoni since the very beginning. And what else shall I say?
Maybe what do you do in xXETEXx? What's your...
My main focus on xXETEXx is what it is. Decoration, for sure. Installation. Graphic design, sorry, thanks. And I'm organizing the events together with Josie and the rest of the crew. And that's pretty much what I do.
So maybe with Josie we start. Josie is the constructor, the mastermind. She's the girl that plans everything, and then she's put it to realization. She's the one that's like fold everything together. So Josie, with the organizing collective, first of all, how the idea came from? Why collective? why organizing something like it?
Actually, it wasn't really a plan to fill a gap of a need. It was more like happening by itself. So we had a new club in Berlin. We're coming from Berlin. We all have a techno base, techno background. And so we were listening every weekend the same music, and I got a little tired of it anyway. So friends of mine opened a club pretty far out of where the usual clubs are, and we decided to just throw a birthday party. And we invited some people to play, and people asked for more, and yeah, why not? Why to say no if people ask for more? So we did one more, and it was from the beginning, I would say, like full success. Like we have super nice people coming to our parties, and yeah, so that started. I mean, it started far earlier, but when I discovered psychedelic music for myself, but I think we can talk later about that if we have time in our 2 hours. 2 hours? Yes. So I was thinking I start with my grandparents.
Okay, maybe to ask a producer, like somebody, let's say, new on the scene, Tilda, what do you get from XXETEXx? How come you joined? And like, what do you think its benefits of being in a part of the collective, like XXETEXx?
When I first experienced ZETEX party, it's the first time I saw a party joining the psychedelic culture with the techno culture. And yeah, that's I'm really attracted to psychedelic culture and the psytrance scene, but I'm more into techno world. So yeah, XXETEXx for me is joining the two worlds, and yeah, it's why like I really like the concept of ZETEX. Yeah.
I forgot what I wanted to add. So as Berlin, as everyone knows, is like super, yeah, lots of techno and psytrance. 15 years ago wasn't a big thing. I mean, there were some parties happening for sure, but my friends, at least, they never went to a psytrance party, and they didn't like psytrance at all. Was not their thing, and I couldn't even imagine going to such a party or knowing people who listen to such music. In Berlin, there were no parties happening that you could experience this as a yeah, someone who lives in Berlin. You don't have parties where you can go to, where you can, you're going to a techno party and you can discover a new genre of music. So it's usually always techno, tech house, and something slow or funny. So there were no approach of psychedelic and strong music. It was more like, yeah, making it, in Berlin we have open from Friday to Monday, every weekend, 24/7. So I guess that's my own vision, that the club's trying to stretch it also a little bit. So if you are full power always, people are happy after 8 hours and going home. And in Berlin we stay there 24/7, and if everybody has a big boogie, then they are done, and they go home and sleep, and that is not good, I guess, for the pockets of club owners. So if they just leave early, so. But in the end, yeah, we were creating possibilities, like slowly. We're trying to inflate when you insert something, like
Infuse.
Yeah, psychedelic music, first like with dark prog, mixed it with techno, and the people do not really know what they're listening to. And slowly, then, it was super nice, what was it? And then you actually then explain, yeah, this is psychedelic music, this is kind of dark progressive, call it psytrance. Psytrance, what? I don't listen usually there. So, yeah, so slowly we just, smash it in somehow with nobody noticing it. And, and then I found out I like it. And yes.
How long is xXETEXx existing exactly? How many years?
Yeah, as far as I remember, at home I have a poster from an event in Menschmeyer that dates 2015. And it's really old school, screen printed and one color only.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from 2015 until now, the scene, not only in Berlin, but in psytrance scenes, changed a lot. Like places like MoDem or like Freaks of Nature, even Boom, accepting more techno music, and like today we can witness a great fusion of techno and psytrance. Maybe Lilian, can you tell us what's changed and like maybe describe what do you see, like what xXETEXx brought to this change?
Yeah, as Josie said, usually in Berlin, techno is techno, and you don't really have psytrance stuff happening in your bubble most of the time. It doesn't just come to you because whatever, there's outdoors parties, because there's no clubs maybe in some areas. So, and then she went to Goa and on the phone told me once, she's going to some party there in the forest, as far as I remember. And I was really a bit worried, kind of. And yeah, and then it was very good, I heard about. And also at home, music listening was a bit different stuff, which I first didn't get the point until I went to Boom Festival. This was in 2014, and also got, I mean, how to say, the music, yeah, I understood it in a way. On the main stage, on something was dropping. And this is kind of still, even totally sober, in normal situations, I hear stuff in music that was there all the time, but I didn't just realize. So, and as techno music is a bit separated somehow, I mean, just there are some genres that are quite similar or have a lot of stuff in common, but they don't, it's kind of not mentioned. It's like the black sheep that, yeah, it's just not there. And like this now, while playing just nice music that people maybe find unexpected, but they go with the flow and slowly jump. I mean, it's like the frog sitting in a pot that slowly is heating up. Then it's fine for the frog, but not if he has to jump into the water straight away. And then, yeah, people get interested, and in our bubble, at least, a lot of people that were just involved in the techno scene, they came to MoDem Festival because they heard good stuff, and they were at the parties, and wanted to see that, and it's getting more and more. And I really heard of nobody that, no, I cannot stand this. It's always like, they always enjoy it.
I want to add that I got a big no when I said I like psytrance music. And they're like, Josie, what's going on with you? How can you like this? Like, for sure, for real. And when I was in Goa and I went to this party, I have to say, I went to this other party before. There was like some big techno act playing, and it was, whatever, it was someone who I don't remember who anymore, but I just met rich Russian people with piccolo standing around the pool. I said, no, this is not what I want. Also, if I listen to techno, it's also about the crowd. So I left this party. Also, if the music was good, I don't want to be with people like this and it's not my vibe. Anyway, so then I met some people. I went to a party. They seemed to be cool, and they said they're going to psytrance party Shiva Valley. So yeah, now psytrance, like really for me, it was like a big no at this stage. Like psytrance is for people I don't want to deal with somehow. I don't know, this is how you grow up in Berlin. Anyway, the people were nice. I came with them, went to Shiva Valley, and the music was ultra hard, like very, very fast. And I thought I'm getting a heart attack. And I couldn't understand, and I was already DJing, and I was thinking I have a clue of music, and there were so many nice people dancing and enjoying this music, and I was thinking like, fuck, what I'm missing here. but so either I leave right now or I'm gonna just stay here and try to understand and what people do in this case. I'm not gonna say loud. And after that, I got my fourth dimension on listening and how I perceive music. And since then, I have my switch on a psychedelic brain, and I wanted to share this with my friends and explain them. And it was, that's when I came back and told Lillian, hey, psytrance is mega, you need to listen to this and blah, blah, blah. And so I went, no, I don't like this, how. And then anyhow, we went to Boom, and then finally he got his switch. And then we did these parties, and and we created a space for people having the same experience as we had, because we think it's nice to have this fourth or fifth dimension of listening to something, because it just adds. It doesn't make the music bad, which you like before. It just adds something on top, how you listen to it, how you feel it. So that's why we created the space to get techno people into more psychedelic music, and now we have our only techno people are the last people dancing on our floors, and they're like the first people here at MoDem. They go to all psytrance festivals now, still doing Sisyphos stuff, and we're all involved in the techno club scene in Berlin somehow. And we're trying to merge the scenes, because nice people. Like 15 years ago, it was more splitted, I have to say. We are very happy on having a crowd which likes both. Now it's 15 years later. I think it's already 15 years or 13 years, I think, since this party. But it worked, and we are very happy. I'm very proud of how many people we could give this experience, and they love it.
Just like maybe we grew up in a different time, where the genres, even in techno or psytrance, you could see division between the genres. And you couldn't see somebody mixing techno or trance, or even in let's say, like, if somebody did the darker style, didn't do morning style or something. Maybe AK Nina, you could give us perspective of a person. This is my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Of a person that grew up in an environment where there weren't so strict borders. Like, it wasn't like, I think you come from a generation that was born in a world that started partying when genres already slowly disappeared. Am I right?
You mean that they were already mixed together?
Yeah.
Well, me as a Swiss person, actually, I grew up much more in a psytrance world. I started going only to psytrance party. Only when I moved to Berlin 11 years ago, I started discovering also the techno. And only with Josephine, actually, I started putting together the two scenes and realized also that techno can be psychedelic. So there was a new genre coming up, especially also with Zeno record. It brought a lot of this new vibe, new sounds. So I would say that for me was a kind of transition. I wasn't really there already when the two genres went together.
Maybe it's my prejudice. I thought Swiss people are much more open-minded, so I.
No. No, I wouldn't say so. Well, in Switzerland, it's really strong, the psytrance scene, and not so strong the techno scene, especially like in Italy, for example, it's much more like techno, illegal party. In Switzerland, it's much more psytrance. So when I was 15, I was going to psytrance party. I never liked techno before until I moved to Berlin. And I had to discover these two genres together. And it was thanks to Josie. And it was really funny because I was actually at the first ZETEX party without knowing that. I just randomly went to Menschmeyer, and years after, I was in Josie's place, and I see the poster of this party. I was like, I was there, and it was the first ZETEX party. So I'm really proud that I was there at the first party.
Was it the shitty one with the one tone?
Yes.
Lillian mentioned
it was a
before.
good one.
It wasn't shitty. It was handmade. It was each poster was screen printed, And we did one mistake even, and I bought one stamp, and I stamped one dot on each poster. So it was a handmade with a lots of love.
No. This is what I'm telling you. Josie is the perfectionist, and I know she's slowly dying now because this is not perfect as she imagined. But like I think we're going somewhere. The same question for Tilda. Like are French people more open to other styles?
What's
I'm trying to speak French so you understand. So, like, what's your background?
So yeah, I experienced a rave culture in the south of France because I'm coming from the south of France. So I first know the techno world, and then I moved to Australia because I'm also Australian. My mom is Australian, and is where I discovered the psytrance culture. And yeah, and so there's some techno stages over there, but it's like tech house, or very happy techno, not so deep, not so not so deep techno as I like. So yeah, that's actually with MoDem and ZETEX is where I found like the combination of the psytrance, psychedelic music, and the techno. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so I also have to add we have a no cheesy policy music at our events because we had a lot of this in Berlin already happening. And yeah, I forgot what I else wanted to add, but we can give it to Zeta.
Here is the icon of style, the Italian component of the collective. It's Marco Zeta. Can you say like? I know you can just follow my words and you will get what I want to ask. Can you give us what's changed in xXETEXx design in approach to presentation of art, presentation of parties, and also like maybe you can put it in a context of larger picture, like all the festivals, parties. What did xXETEXx offered that was different in design or visuals?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure how easy it's to answer. But I believe that we are trying to find an aesthetic that mix the both. What I like to call it, it's like psychedelic, minimalistic style, in a way, in which we are trying to combine organic aesthetic with a bit more rough and I wouldn't call it industrial, but yeah, a rougher style. And we have our own artist in-house, which is not here right now, but is Fry, which is doing the visuals at our parties, the 3D mapping, and he also creates all the artwork for our events. And yeah, pretty much we are trying to apply this also to the decoration, to our events, which usually it's in psychedelic scene is a bit of a stereotypical style with UV light and a lot of how can I say fluo decoration. Instead, we are trying to apply a bit of a minimalistic approach, focusing mainly on the video mapping, which is fitting and following the style of our how can I say graphics like this one. And our main objective is always the X. We have usually our own decoration made with video mapping, and that's mainly the focus. So we're trying to bring this aesthetic of the decoration in the parties, also actually on the flyer itself, so that we create a kind of connection, solid connection throughout all the communication. And yeah, also we are trying to bring this, as I said, minimalistic psychedelic style.
Did you remember what you wanted to add?
About the logo ZETEX, I got many times asked why ZETEX and how you pronounce it. I didn't choose by how it's pronounced. It just looks cool. And X and T's have a kind of energy for me, at least, which is kind of presenting a vibe we want to present at our events. And so it's more also about the visuals. So we want to guarantee at our events that you have like a full experience, not only music-wise, that you have, yeah, for sure the possibility to discover new genres. We also play drum and bass, dubstep, and some. Yeah, I also had some bands playing, and for sure we had some strong techno, psy-techno, and yeah, psytrance, of course. And all this should match somehow one logo, and I was finding this quite suitable. And yes, so that's why I choose it somehow.
Okay, maybe we can talk also about the reason you're here is because of the modem connection. The part I know is my boss started spending a lot of time in Sisyphus in Berlin, and there he got the psytrance head got infused with the techno sound, mostly done by I think they're there Kubex and Breger, and people like they're also playing here, kind of like
Raise your hands, guys. This corner.
And Clement there, Bulgarian, raise up, come on, people
Clement,
are watching
hey.
you. Yeah, hello Clement. So this is the connection from Modem, and Tommy came to me and said like, book those people, you know, Josie and Breger and Kubex and Yeti, and this is the connection from Modem, and then you started coming here. So that's my insight of how the things collided, but can you tell us yours? Like how come that ZETEX became part of the Modem crew?
Yeah, it started actually Golan Bayawaka, you know him probably, he just played on the Swamp. He's into the psychedelic scene longer already. And he played or had connection to Tommy before, and he said, hey, these guys want to come to Sisyphus, and I worked many years in Sisyphus doing many things, like worked in the cash and sound technician, artist care, everything. And I said, okay, these guys from MoDem Festival are coming, can you make something that they can come in? Because it was hard to get into Sisyphus. I don't know how many of you know Sisyphus Club, but it's pretty known. With very long waiting lines and getting rejected. And I got those people in, and then we blasted. And they came back, and we became friends, and yeah, so I guess then we were playing at Sisyphus, and then he booked us, and then we came here, got involved more here, and we wanted to be part of it, and because we had like the same mindset after some time, that we they coming from the psytrance scene, we coming from the techno scene, we got super good friends, and we like the same music, no matter where it came from, it just needs to be good. And yeah, this is how it started actually, by coming to Berlin and meeting us, and then we came here, and we loving it, and we came back every year since then. And also the guys come to Berlin since then, and yeah, this is our connection to MoDem Festival. And also Marco Zeta. He got invited by Golan to do some art exhibition, because we wanted not to do only parties with music, and we wanted to create something more something nicer than what you usually get. And so he came and put up his paintings for free, and yeah, and made our events to something more special. And yeah, thank you for that at this point again. And yeah, maybe you say, how was your entrance into ZETEX, like
Maybe
that? And
also touch Modem teasers in Berlin.
Yes. Yeah, my entrance, yeah, as you said, it was, I believe it was, again, this famous first event in which I was invited by Golan, by Yawaka, to do an exhibition. We know each other since many years in the scene. We met in festivals around Europe. And yeah, he told me about this event, if I would participate. I'm managing a collective of artists. By the way, we have an exhibition right behind here in the art gallery. Since 2011, we are traveling the whole Europe and not only, with this collective of artists and art gallery. And yeah, this was my first getting in touch with xXETEXx, just with the exhibition. Years after, through MoDem, and the fact that I'm living in Berlin since many years, I got in touch again with this amazing crew, where I started to be more part of it, helping organizing the event, not only with the decoration, but with the whole managing part of the event mainly. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got in touch with it. I was, as I said, working with Dem Festival since the very beginning in 2012, where the festival was still in Zagreb. And yeah, it was a kind of, I don't know, organic way to connect with the festival. I don't know if there is really like a spark that started all of this, but it was happening in a very organic way somehow. So yeah, that's pretty much how all the things happen. And also we were working together in Freaks of Nature, right? Yeah. That's how we met as well. So I think also Freaks of Nature was a big part of these things happening, especially also considering the mixing of style and music. I think it was one of the first festivals that really started all of this connection between the two styles, and the fact that it was happening near to Berlin. I think it was really like a defining point of all the merging of the two scenes in a way, right?
I just want to say that my lack of style, I compensate by hanging out with Italians. So when I saw Marco Zeta, I just said like, he's my friend. Later on, I realized he's a very cool person, and yeah, it started on we met on Flex of Nature. Yeah, this is all I wanted to say. No problem. Yeah. Maybe we can go in a technical aspect of how the collective works. Like, is it democratic collective? Is it like everybody can put on the table, or you're like you have chosen your tasks, and yeah, like more technical? How do you like decide to do something, and how do you proceed with the organization?
Also, we need to refine somehow, because in the beginning it was only yeah, me and Golan, but me is more the organizing everything. And I did somehow the parties alone, but it's very, very hard to do something alone. And after this first birthday party, to do it again and to do everything what is needed to make a nice party. It's not just booking a date and inviting some friends to play. So yeah, it was a lot of work, and we wanted to do some decoration. So somehow friends that came up to help me, and like this. So I'm pushing people. I'm asking people if they can do something, and but yeah, the communication part we need still to work on. It's not so easy to have a collective. It's not as democratic as some people might think. I wish, but it's not like this because it didn't start like this. And I also need to learn to give tasks away because I'm also a perfectionist somehow. But yeah, it's in progress. As we said, every one of us has now some tasks like website, graphic design, and also helping lots of with yeah, Excel sheets. It's doing Zeta and website, and Nina is doing the SoundCloud, and Tilda is answering emails. But still, there are so many things to do, and we all have other jobs. So we're not getting rich on this. We're doing this because we really love it, and we want to create something cool, and that's why we do it. And we also have to do other jobs. We are all DJing, I guess, most of us, or have other jobs, or in the event industry. It keeps us very busy, and as you know, the event industry is not like that you get rich, so we are all very busy to survive as well. And but yeah, this is a question we talking about it also internally, that we need to improve our communication. To work as a collective, it's not easy to work with more people. Probably most of you have worked in a crew already, and you know what could be problems and what not, and you need to learn to accept other opinions, and this is a thin line sometimes, but I think we always found a common ground. I hope so. But with the music, for sure, if everybody is coming and put one artist in the lineup, then it's going to be a big mix-max. And so I always ask around, hey guys, what do you think about these 3-5 acts? And I ask 20 people, and then I have like a kind of feedback. Who shall I book? So what is what the people want from the crew? But in the end, if I don't like something, I wouldn't book it. So I wouldn't book someone because someone would give us a booking back or something like this. So it's no shishi-shashi booking. It's really about the music. I'm open always for suggestions. And if people say it's really cool and 10 people say that, and I also like it, then very likely we're going to have this person at our party playing. So, yeah, like this. Organization-wise, it's very messy. We have a Google Drive folder and WhatsApp group. And yeah, this is how it is. We're trying to start as early as possible to have as much time as possible to promote it, and that we can do things which needs to be done in between everything else.
Thank you. Hi, it's a very interesting talk. I'm Hagi. I'm DJ and producer from Mexico. I'm also managing a free radio internet station, and we focus on feminine talent. So it's really an inspiration. Tilda, Nina, Josie, respect, huge fan. I would like to know your intake about something we've been chatting a lot in Mexico with other collectives, female collectives, about women representation on stages. We tend to focus on analyzing lineups in Mexico for festivals, raves, clubs, and we try to measure how many women are there, like just to have percentage, just to have like the data talk itself. So we are finding in these numbers that the representation, it's pretty low, actually. We've done some exercises with, for example, here in MoDem, I just made like the stats. I went to Panama to travel gathering, and they have more than 50%, like more than half of women representation. And I would like to know your intake in this. Is that something you're talking inside your collective? And what do you think as women in other countries, in other collectives, we can do, or how we can organize better for these stats to be like a little more equal? You know, it's all about gender parity. So we've been doing these exercises with a lot of lineups, and I believe Tribal Gathering is the only festival that has this high percentage of 52%, I believe, that it's a
Which
great
festival?
Tribal Gathering in Panama.
Ah, okay, yeah,
Uh-huh,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
So yeah, I don't know. I would like to know your opinion. Thank you.
Phew, this is a very complex question, and I totally agree. It was years ago, even worse, I would say. There were very few female artists. I don't know why. I wish there were more. Um, yeah, what can we do? Is we can do workshops for many women are interested in getting into it, but also like female males or some man like 10 years ago, like I'm a DJ and it wasn't considered as a something to do for a woman somehow. I had a feeling somehow, and this is maybe still like this a little bit. But we need to give possibility for women to play by giving workshops. At Sisyphos, for example, we have some studio where we can do like DJ workshop, how to DJ with vinyl, with CDJs and things like this, like giving opportunities to learn it and ask questions and be open for it. And especially also women needs to be open to women because I'll say in your younger age, I don't know, you probably all know that there's some kind of competition always going on between women, also between men, I guess, that they don't like to support each other out of I don't know why, but maybe you need to grow from this to get ready to support someone else, like to support not only yourself, not being like egoistic. So to support another DJ who's doing exactly the same and push each other, that you're not the only one. And I think this is also for men like this, but yeah, especially for women, we need to give possibilities to join. But also, I have to say, I wouldn't, if I have to choose between a man, woman, or any other gender, and they play like equally the same the music, I would give the chance probably to a woman or other gender to present. Of course, it's sad for the man, for a male who playing many years already and don't have so many gigs anymore. But somehow, yeah, it needs to happen because, yeah, female energy is also important to have on stage. Yeah, it would be nice to have it equal. I also understand that for some it's not the thing. Maybe they don't want it. I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't make a research on it. Why not so many women not doing it? But yeah, maybe we can connect and think about it together, brainstorm. So yes, so I guess DJ workshops and platform is important. Yes, this is what would be needed.
Thank you.
Maybe also like Nina or Tilda, do you have your insight on the same question? Maybe you wanna give your answer or opinion to what Hagi said and asked. Like, can you add something?
So in general, I think the female scene is growing, especially for DJ. There are many more DJs, women, but I think there's still a big lack of women who produce music. And this is really like, myself, I discovered this is really like, I don't know, it's true that men has a little bit more technical attraction in somehow. Wait before. It's not about like, I don't know, I also study as a sound engineer and producer, and in a class of 10 people, we were only 2 women. In general, it's something that women still have to discover. Me, I'm also super shy. I don't know, there is this vibe that somehow inside me, I feel like I'm not good enough, you know? It's too technical for me to understand. So I would say that it's nice to support and push also other women to learn and to be brave enough I would say brave enough also because here we are not also talking only about production, but when it's about sound engineering and maybe when you're doing live stage and everything, it's more man vibe all the time, and it's annoying. Of course, it's annoying. So I think slowly, more women are getting brave enough to just say, fuck it, I can also do it, I can also learn, so yeah, it takes time, of course. It takes really long time. Me, I was lucky because I live with someone that for 3 years he teach me how to produce, and it was amazing. He's my mentor, my best friend, and voila. But yeah, I guess there is a little bit this technical issue behind producing music that stop a little bit. You know, I don't know, it feels like we are not good enough. We are somehow. It's a little bit weird. I know it's not really clear what I'm maybe saying. It's cultural, maybe, yes, you know. Stage, backstage, I don't know, live stage are for more men. You need to be big to move speakers around, and so it's not like a job where right away you think, okay, there are only women doing that. So, but it's changing, slowly it's changing. I was really happy also when Tilda came and she was also producing music. I think we actually should start making some workshop on, you know, just, I don't know how much I can teach, but for sure I would be happy to share some information about production with other women. It's growing, I would say, you know, it's growing. It's slowly, but it's changing as well. So also about the lineup, sometimes I'm thinking, yes, there are less women also because maybe there are not enough producer. You know, then you don't want only DJ, and you call the female DJ, you know, but if there are more producers, I think the lineup could also change and be, you know.
If I can interrupt you, thanks for the topic, because this is very important in our crew. That's why also I liked a lot, because Josie is trying to involve always a quota of female producers and DJs. And when we do the bookings, it is one of the focus. And sometimes we struggle, honestly, to find female producers and DJs to book. We are trying to search extensively. Of course, we can book only people that are inside Europe because it would be too expensive for us. We always have to deal, you know, with the money part. And one important thing is that we just don't want to involve females because they are female. Of course, they have to produce music that we like, that we feel attached to what they do. And this is also kind of, I would say, like a part that is very important to take care today, because I see in the mainstream, especially techno scene, we all know that there are a lot of DJs and producers that they are probably booked just because the way they look, the way they act on the stage, and not really because they are like deserving that spot. And I think this is something that we have to take really in consideration for the future, because it could be like a way that this whole topic of involving more women, it gets on the wrong path. And eventually, instead of helping this to come alive, let's say, we are just bringing it to a wrong side, that we just want to put on the stage a person that is acting, behaving, and looking in a certain way that is not really respecting the female world, let's say. And it's a bit of a complicated thing. And for real, we struggle to find good producers and DJs. And despite, as you can see, we have a lot in our crew, because this is an important element. And I think also this was a good exercise for us in MoDem as well, thanks to Josie, to raise the quota of female presence in the festival. Yeah. So I encourage all the women and female to produce and play more, so that we can have more more a choice, let's say.
And all other genders as well. But again, when I'm getting bookings, and they're saying, we need some female artists on our lineup, then it also doesn't feel nice to make the quote.
If I may, like, I cannot say as xXETEXx, I can say in my name, in MoDem's name. First of all, what you said, it's about empowering women, not about giving them some space that they're not deserved. For me, personally, I was born in, grew up in another scene, and whatever. Let's not go there. For me, I would love to see more equality and more like equal numbers. But it's really important not, as Josie said, to make it a quota or something. For me, I try to do this, but it all started with one Instagram fight with Rose. Rose is a producer from, she's a producer from USA, now living in UK. Rose wrote that she always tries to include more female artists in a track list of a mix. And I said, like, yeah, that's positive discrimination, but it's again discrimination. Like, why would you do something like this? Like, why would you do a perfect set list and then kick one of the perfect songs just to put another that didn't make the cut just to be a female artist? And then I said, okay, like, and in one of the arguments, Rose said, yeah, but you need to do effort. And one of the biggest arguments that female artists are using their beauty and sex appeal to promote. And then I did a Google sheet with all the female DJs and producers I know, and it had 3 columns. A, this person needs to do fucking amazing music, first of all. Second of all, it needs to have added value, like having a label or having a private career or doing something else. And then the third column was even seeing the Instagram and Facebook promotion. Is it using body as a tool of promotion? And you know what? The data in the end was amazing. I realized that I could do the Swamp. I'm speaking about the Swamp with only female producers. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm doing the program on the Swamp, and when you do your analysis, analyze 3 stages. Maybe also include like how many local artists are on each stage or something like this, because I really look deep into it. But first priority is fucking amazing music, and my approach was not promoting it as a stage for female, but just like maybe with talking or something, empowering the woman. You know, like asking them, "What's your problem?" In the beginning of my when I started doing parties, I was so happy to have a female DJ that I used this DJing, you know, like, and later on, when speaking with ladies, I realized that they fucking hate it, and like they don't want to be labeled different. They just like, you know, like it's communication, talking, pushing, and first of all, it's just like it's not about giving something. It's just like a little nod, a little push, and it's not about only presentation of the stage. It's artist office, it's runners, it's production, it's everything, and you need to analyze this and decoration, yeah. Women are huge in numbers, but maybe like they just need a little bit more, a little bit nudge or a push.
Yes, that's true. Still, I'm struggling to find enough female artists. So I'm happy to share. Let's share all our Google Sheets. So we have choices. But yeah, in the end, I tend also, I don't have 50-50. Sometimes happens. I didn't even think about it. And afterwards, I was very happy that it just happened. But yeah, if there are, I would book. So yeah, anyway, I think it is hard as a woman, especially 10 years ago, especially as when you're beautiful. Then you're talking to club owners, event organizers. First they want to fuck, And then it's true. Then they have a big ego. Then it needs 2 years till they get along with their ego and understand, okay, she really makes good music, let's book it. So it takes them. For me personally, I'm playing since, I don't know, 15 years, didn't count. I think it took me much longer, only because of this, because of egos of man, to get to the point to actually make music. And I'm doing this since 15 years because I feel I have a call. I'm doing this because this is my thing. And that's why, yeah, I'm doing it, but it took me so long to get along with ego of man, especially 15 years ago. And yeah, I think that was quite hard, and maybe that's why also now we don't have so many. Now, like in the, let's say, like yeah, in their 20s now, there are more, I guess, younger, more producers. But I'm my age, I'm not in my 20s anymore, sadly, or luckily, let's say, I don't know. There are not so many. Anyway, I think that is something we can discuss for sure.
One-on-one.
Yes.
One-on-one.
One-on-one. One on everyone. Like all together. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm gonna stay here till the end. If you have any questions or whatever, we can have a chat, have a shot, and discuss. If I'm able and not to too much into the dance floor, then yeah, feel free to contact us. I have some stickers. You can. I'm gonna make a round with the stickers. You can have a sticker, and you can remember it, and can contact us also with ideas, whatever, like spreadsheets with female artists or what could be improved. Feedback is always welcome if it's helpful. And yes, like this. So if you want to somehow contribute, have cool ideas, and are able to not have an idea, also to do something, make things happen. We're looking for people who actually do something. Then get in contact with us, and yes. So I make the stick around, and then we are done. Yeah? Yes? Yeah? Okay. Thank you for coming. I didn't expect so many people again being interested in us. Thank you.